Alright guys, we are back with the Edison Format Players Championship Top 8 at Epik Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We have Juan Ambriz on the left playing Frog Hero versus yours truly on the right playing Blackwings. This is our 7th and final Players Championship. Now the Players Championship is an invite-only tournament that Epik hosts basically after every new set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is released. It's an invite-only tournament. Basically the top 8 players with the most points that season get invited to a single elimination tournament. And basically the point system, it just goes based on how many locals you enter and how you perform at those locals. So you need both. Alright, so here, he holds a does shoot. I attack with Bora. Show him Blizzard, Bora, Kalu, Torrential, Mirror Force. So he has Gores. Now let's see which one he's going to return. And the reason this is the final Players Championship is because they're going to replace it with Genesis format, basically. We'll see. They might bring it back. But for now, from what I was told, this is the last one. So I attack him for 17. Now, the Sheriff Lowe's has won 3 of the previous 6 Players Championships. Now, he's the only former champion to be competing here today. The other 3, Joey and Creighton, don't play Edison. And Randy didn't have enough points. So we're going to get either a new champion or Los is going to win 4 out of 7. We'll see. All right, so Juan switches Gores to attack mode. Here, Gores runs over my Bora. So I decide not to use the Mirror Force. Or I didn't set it. I probably set Torrential because I have Blizzard. So, like, I don't really care about the Bora. I'm just going to summon Blizzard, make Goyle take the Gores. So he normal summons, sub, calls priority, tribute the token, pop the Treeborn. So he's going to keep calling priority here. So I have to wait. See, it's different when since he knows I have it, he's just going to end on the dupe block. All right, and then priority. I think I could have torrentialed him and made one dupe mistiming. But sometimes it really doesn't matter if they get the 2 swap frogs to their hand. So here you can tell I'm debating. That's why I haven't even cut his deck. I'm debating whether or not I want to torrential him. And I can't deal with the dupe block, so I'm kind of like, okay, let me just torrential you. I'll let you get the searches. It's fine. I mean, you guys saw my hand. It's Blizzard, Bora. It's Blizzard, Bora, Mirror Force is my hand. Yep, that's my hand. And he searches Swap and Unifrog. Like, as far as the Players' Championship point system, like, Juan didn't play that much, but when he did show up, he performed well, and that's why he qualified for this tournament. He got first after Swiss, like, multiple times. Whereas the past 3 seasons, I think I had the most points, but this season, I had the second most points. And if you get the most points, you get to choose who your opponent is in top 8. The Sheriff had the most points this season, so he got to choose. So now I'm getting super aggressive. I have Mirror Force, Gores is gone. Like, my game plan is like, this is how I'm going to win this game. I'm fighting from behind, so I have to pretty much do a ton of damage. The only good news is I don't think Juan has a hero. So people know how I feel about Frog Hero. I used to play the deck, but I'm not the biggest fan of the deck anymore, just because you have to see like all 3 of your engines with this deck. Like, for example, right here, he saw his frogs, he saw his monarchs, but he saw no heroes, so his miracles are dead. But when the deck sees all 3 engines, it's hard to beat. That's why I'm surprised people don't play Upstart, because especially in Frog Hero, that's why even a couple of people took out the dupe frogs so that they don't draw as many normal summons in the deck. Which I've always thought you got to play at least 1 dupe frog, just to have the option to go get it. All right, so here he summons Junk. He could have Rised me, but instead he's going to, I guess he can Brio and bounce both. Yep, he can bounce my Goyo and my back row. Bounce the Miracle, bounce the Swap, attack. So the only thing he's afraid of is if I drew another Kalut. So I know one of his cards in hand is a Unifrog. Alright, so here comes Blizzard, target, Bora. So he knows I drew into the Blizzard. Either I top decked it, but I actually drew it the turn before because I kept the card in my hand. So I had it the turn before. That's one of the reasons why I slammed down the Blizzard and the Bora. To get him really low. In case he Kai'd me, like if he would Kai'd me, I had Mirror Force and then a Blizzard play to follow up. So here, I have to decide if I go for game. Now, Frog Hero sometimes does play Battle Fader, but that you can see here that's what I'm debating on. But it's like, I'm gonna go for game. And attack. Gores, I mean, his game through Gores. He already used Gores. The only thing I was afraid of is occasionally you see people play Battle Fader in this deck. So anyways, I take game 1 in the final players championship. Now the previous 6 players championship I lost in the first round twice. I think I lost in the semifinals twice, and I lost in the finals twice. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. 2-2-2, but never that win. Anyway, here comes Swaps and Treeborn. Set 1, pass. So he kept the swap up, so this tells me he has Spiritual Water Art. The Oscar special. It's inevitable. Okay, so he lets it resolve. And then he's going to Spiritual Water Art me. So my hand is Bora, Sirocco, Mirror Force, Oppression, Dark Arm, and the third Upstart. This hand's okay. Juan and I are using the same sleeve, so sometimes you got to be careful. That's why I've been meaning to double sleeve my deck. It's just sometimes you'll get your cards mixed up, especially if a few cards get banished. If people kind of put the cards together when in the banish zone. I mean, I think it's Dark Armed here. Oh no, he chose the Oppression. Probably because it really hurts his hand. He must have Substitute and Miracle. That's what I thought about whenever he sent back. Whenever he... Not sorry, it's not Dust Shoot, it's Water Art. When he discarded the Oppression. And what's interesting about Royal Oppression versus Frog Hero, I think it's not that great. So I choose not to summon Bora. Now he summons Sub. So this is like pretty obvious that he this is why he sent back the Oppression. Now against like Frog Monarch and Dream Frog, I don't think Oppression is that good, but I like it against this deck because you stop Miracle Fusion, you stop Sub. It's like 6 cards in their deck that you hit, but it might not be worth it. I'm actually not sold on Oppression against Frog Hero because if they get the Sub, or if they don't draw Sub, and sometimes they just beat you with Monarchs, so it's complicated. I'm not sure on Oppression. I forget who it was. It's like I was talking to someone about Frog Hero, about just frogs in general, and they were telling me that the only thing they fear is Monarchs. Like they don't fear Ab-Zero. I think it's someone who was playing Vayu, but I can't remember who it was. They're like, I don't really. I guess because Vayu Turbo, they out Ab-Zero with like Raikou and Deep Prison and Bottomless, Mirror Force, Torrential. So they don't really care about Ab-Zero. What they fear is getting Kai'd. So that's why I feel maybe Oppression's not worth it against this deck. So anyway, he goes for the soft lock. He has Dupe. But you left me that Dark Arm. But my hand was what? Bora, Sirocco, Dark Armed, Mirror Force. And he doesn't know the other card that I upstarted for. So I start out by normal summoning Bora, or normal summoning Sirocco, special summon Bora. Try to pierce the dupe for 17. Might as well do a little bit of damage. So I got Mirror Force, and I'm going to set a mystery card. Now let's see if he goes for the end phase Regeki Break. He has Ryza. Oof, that Ryza's going to hurt. So he brain controls my Sirocco. Okay, Mirror Force, Dark Arm. So I chain Icarus. Well, the brain control is still face up on the field, so I'm going to target both his frogs. Yeah, there's no reason to target the back row. It's probably Regeki Break, Dust Tornado, so I might as well get rid of the sub and the dupe. No, the dupe will miss timing here. And since he's in the main phase, he won't be able to... Now, should he have gone for the brain control play? I'm not sure. Now, he sets Torrential. So he's got Torrential, Regeki Break, Ryza, Junk. So I'm just going to attack him for 17. He's asking me where the new one is. See, I don't know. Maybe you don't set Torrential there. Because now you can't bring back Treeborn and Ryza me. So this might have been a mistake. That's why whenever I play Frogs, you got to be careful when you set your back rows. Now he could trigger it himself by summoning Ocean, summoning Junk. So summon Junk. And I'm going to rug the Junk. So now you can't even Torrential yourself. Pass. And I also kind of have the read on Torrential. So you can see I'm not summoning anything. Just hit him for 17. Set another back row. Pass. So we're 51 8K. Now he's got Karma Cut. So this game, he drew his Frog Engine. He drew a Monarch and a Junk. But he didn't draw... I also think Juan should have sided out Junk. Because it's a card. It's another card that gets hit by Oppression and Deck Dev. He should have sided it out. And Rug. That's a card you definitely side out. The only thing that it's good for is that it outs Dyna. So here he's forced to Regeki Break the Bora. So third back row, he's got the Torrential. Now he's got... I mean, I'm up a few cards on him. At this point, me having played so much Frog Hero... So I'm guessing he's reading that that's the Mirror Force. He's fine from behind. I don't think he can win this game. I mean, I know what happens, but just if I didn't know what was going to happen, just look at this scenario. He has a Ryza Torrential. He's out of Monarchs. I'm so familiar with this matchup. This is probably one of the most... This and the Volume matchup versus Frog Hero is probably the matchup I'm the most familiar, because these are the three decks that I've played the most. On both sides. So, yeah, he has MST. Juan's a little defeated now. Like, he has 4 cards to, like, my... Is it 5? Yeah, I'm up, like, 2 cards on him. And he went first. So, Ryza attack the Shura. Okay, he might be able to win just because I probably don't have another monster. Oh, but now my Dark Arm is live. That's... Yeah, I mean, you knew I had Dark Arm. So, Dark Armed. And I'm a solid the Torrential. Pop. His bluffed heavy. Now I must decide if I want to pop the other back row. Now that my Solemn is gone. So I decide to just attack him. Leaving him at 23. And he's going to MST, nails my Yada. He just picks up his card. Yeah, that was rough. So I'm 2-0 Juan, and I'm heading back to the semifinals in the Players' Championship. I mean, I get Juan sending back, or discarding the Oppression because he needed the sub to go through, but I don't know, that brain control play... I could have also had Deck Dev, so Yeah, was it worth? Maybe you're better off. There's like a few things I think Juan could have done the second game. Like I say you got to be careful saying that torrential because if I don't summon anything, you lock your Treeborn. But next up we have Chris Donis playing DB Hero. This is the other top 8 match for the Players Championship. I usually get 2 top 8 matches in both semifinals match because it's only a 3-round tournament. Yeah, we'll be back for that one. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please consider joining our members only $2.99 a month. I'm doing a lot of War League content right now, featuring myself, the Sheriff Los, the Tire King Hobby, Ryanide, WizUp817, 2-time YCS champ Cam Demandi on Adrid. Links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.